risk of asking a dumb question, how do you move past Sunday?
Just focus forward. We got a lot of football left to play. You know, look for solutions, look for corrections, things that we can improve on. And obviously, you know, the only way to go is up. So you just got to be honest with yourselves. The corrections, look at the tape and understand what you didn't do wrong. Obviously, we didn't execute the way we needed to, specifically on the offensive line. There's things I didn't do myself that I would like to improve on. But it's just being honest with yourselves. That's all it is. It's not, you know, taking personal criticism. It's just understanding I have to be better for my guys. I have to be better for my room, and how can I do that?
Sam, after watching the tape, was the lack of execution because of not correctly executing assignments, or were there missed assignments, or all the above, or did you get beat physically?
Yeah, I think it was more so us not executing our assignments, not using fundamentals or techniques in situations that we were giving them certain things that we didn't need to give them. You know, for me specifically, I think back to, you know, a run with David. I took the wrong angle. I got to make that block so he can make the cutback and make a play. There's multiple cases like that throughout the film that, you know, I'm not happy with my own performance from that front. And I think everybody in the offensive line room on our offense is capable of doing that. I mean, we're grown men, we're professionals, and we know what we put out on the field on Sunday was unacceptable on multiple fronts.
So there was no real surprises from the Browns? It wasn't, where'd he come from, what are they doing here? It wasn't anything you weren't prepared for?
Absolutely not.
What was that film session like?
It's like going to the dentist. Nobody likes going to the dentist, but I mean, he's gonna give you honest feedback. You know, we got a lot of cavities on Sunday, and you know, that's something, you know, you got to improve on, you got to fix, you got to floss every day. So it's back to the details, back to execution, and you know, what can we do moving forward? It's not about, you know, oh, woe is me. We could be like that, and then, you know, we allow the Browns to beat us twice, or we can get back to what we need to do. How can we improve? What are the solutions we need to make and the corrections? And I feel like we did a good job doing that yesterday and today.
You actually floss every day?
I try to, yeah. I try.
What were conversations like between you individually, or you guys as a group, and Justin throughout the game and then after the game and even today, as you're just trying to sort through everything?
How can I help you improve? How can I help you do your job better? That's the only conversation that we had, and that's the only conversation that needs to be had is, you know, how can I do my job so that you can execute your job at a high level? We didn't do that for Justin on Sunday. I didn't do that for James and Cody when they're getting pick stunts in the middle. So, you know, that's my job. And, you know, I put that on myself, and however I can improve to help this offense, you know, execute the way that it needs to execute, I'll do.
How eager do you think he is to get out there and play another game and not have to sit around and think about Sunday?
I think we all are. You know, you kind of want to wash that stink off of you and get back and, you know, prove to yourself, to prove to each other that, you know, we're better than what we showed. And I think, I truly believe that we are better than what we showed. And now it's all about getting to that point. You know, we can talk about it or we can actually act on it. And that started yesterday, and it's going to continue throughout the week. It's not going to be a magical fix. You know, we're not going to snap our fingers. It's all about putting in the work. And now that's what we have to do.
Putting a lot of work with Olin Cruz. He was a guy who, anytime the Bears had a performance like you guys had last week, he can get everybody on the same page, whether that was a pat on the back or a kick in the butt. There's lots of different ways to be a leader. You can lead by example or whatever. But is there a guy on this offensive line that can get everybody on the same page, even if it is a kick in the butt? Or is it just kind of everybody do their thing and figure it out?
No, we're a unit. As an offensive line, we got to see things through one set of eyes. So yesterday we got together, you know, and had a bite to eat, talked about it. What do we need to improve on? How do we need to fix it? And I feel like that's on each of us. We're all professionals, but you know, being together, being cohesive off the field it lends itself to you trusting somebody on the field. So, you know, I don't look as myself as a leader. I look at myself as a guy who comes in here and is consistent on a daily basis. So when I came in today, it was, how can I improve so we can win this game on Sunday? How can we beat the Lions? And, you know, for everybody in our room, I believe they all take that same mentality. And, you know, we just got done meeting, so it's a constant, and I'm gonna meet after this. I got my notebook right here. But it's a constant, searching for improvement, and I feel like we're all searching for that right now.
I get that, and forgive me, I respect it, but it doesn't sound like there's one guy who's like, yo, we got to get this stuff together, like, and we're going to get it together this way or that way. Is there somebody that you can look to? I know Jason's a veteran, but he just got here. Cody's a veteran, but he's kind of a, watch me work leader more so than does an offensive line need that kind of guy?
I don't feel, do you mean like a vocal leader? Like,
Yeah, like a guy who, whether it's a pat on the back or a kick in the butt, is going to get us on the same page.
yeah, that is unacceptable. I don't really believe in vocal leadership. You got to do things. Like I can sit up here and I can tell you, oh, we're working really hard. I could be lying to you. I could be lying straight to your face. So, for a guy to be a vocal leader, I don't feel like we need that. I feel like we need some honesty, some truth. Like, come out and say, like, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to improve on. When I walk into the room, I tell the guys, I was unacceptable on this play. So that lends them to say, here's where I messed up. Here's where I screwed up a blocking assignment. So it's not about being vocal. It's about being honest. Like
So say, here's where you messed up?
I'm not doing that, because if I do that, there's also things that I need to improve on. Nobody on that field on Sunday played a perfect game. So you got to look in the mirror first and be honest with yourself, and then maybe we can go to, hey, you got to improve on that. But if you're honest with yourself, then that lends itself to the whole room being honest with themselves. And then that's how you start getting the solutions. It's not, hey, you did this, you did it. I didn't play perfect. Nobody on that offensive line played perfect. And going into the rest of the season, I'm sure we won't see any offense play perfect. So I think as long as we're honest with ourselves, and then that being contagious, that's the key thing. Because I could call somebody out. Somebody could call me out. And what are we solving? Now we're just pointing fingers. We'll play the blame game, and we won't get any solutions. We'll be right back to where we were on Sunday. So it's just about being honest with ourselves first.
Sam, kind of along the same lines, because you guys have some guys with a lot of experience on the line, does that make it easier to make these corrections and go have these honest conversations?
Absolutely. Having a guy like Jason Peters, who's, he spoke about it today. It was, he's had it where teams look within themselves when you're placed in a situation like this. Offenses look within themselves, and then they come out on the other side better because of it, or he's had the opposite happen. So a guy who's played that long in the NFL, he knows it, he understands it. Cody's been a Pro Bowler. Same with Jason. James is coming into his own last year, and he's progressing now. Like, having guys who are, able, Jermaine's played playoff football almost every year he was in Seattle. So, like, they understand what it takes. Like, nobody has to tell us what it takes. Now we just got to go work. We got to go do it. It's really that simple.
What were you guys able to figure out about the 9 sacks in that game?
Yeah, I miss assignments. Like I said, just not executing the way that we want to. There are good players across the ball. Like, let's be honest with ourselves. Understand that, they have elite players across the board on that front. There's going to be sometimes you're going to get beat, but understanding that there were plays that we didn't execute using our fundamentals and technique, that we gave them certain things. So, like that, through film study, through your own, like, going back and, like I said, being honest with yourselves, that will lead to corrections.
Yeah, my experience has been that most players who say they don't read or listen to anything going on around them are fibbing just a little bit. You probably know the city, Barron's Nation, is on fire right now. I'm curious what the attitude of the players is towards that, and then just in general in the locker room right now.
Yeah, any player who says they don't hear anything, they're lying. Like,
I don't want to go there.
but we're in one of the biggest media markets in the world. You guys are all great writers, great media members. Like, you do your jobs at a very high level.
Go ahead, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, but
having fun.
like I said, let's be honest today. And we didn't perform at the standard we need to perform. So as a professional, you take onus upon yourself to say, I got to correct those things. We have a lot of guys in this locker room that are willing to correct those things, that are willing to put in the work, the time, the effort, the sacrifice to correct those things. Now it's just time to go do it. And it's really that simple.
Your head coach has taken just let me follow, please, because your head coach has taken most of the heat. What is your and your teammates' attitude towards that?
Our job is to execute, and it's really that simple. Like I said, I didn't play a perfect game. Nobody on that offense played a perfect game, clearly. for our head coach to take the heat, I believe that falls back on us as players. The plays that are called, the schemes that's ran, we have to execute. We didn't do that. It's easy to, sit here and play the blame game, point fingers and say, we didn't get it done, and he's the representative of our team, of our franchise. So it falls on him. It falls on all of us. We all got to execute. We all got to do a better job, and that starts from the top down.
Sam, I'll give you a quick one. More often than not, you guys were left, all 5 of you, to block without help. As a line, should you be able to go 5 on and take care of it, or do you need chips? Do you need your blocking tight ends to play more? Do you need help?
In certain situations, I feel like chips can be used, but if we're called upon to block 5 on 5, then we got to do it. We got to get it done, and that allows for players to develop, backs to get out of the backfield, 5 guys to be in a route. Then we got to get it done. And I think, when you take pride in what you do, that's what you want. That's what you train for. You train to block the best of the best one-on-one in a critical situation. When the guy in the top row of the stands knows we're passing the football, what do you fall back on? Your fundamentals and technique. And too many times during the game, we didn't do that. So.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.